Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Euro 2024 semi-final predictions. In the quarterfinals, I got 3 out of 4 correct. The only match I got incorrect was the one I was most indecisive about, Spain versus Germany. Really was a 50-50 for me. Spain ended up advancing with the same scoreline I predicted, just in the reverse way. In the other matches, I did not predict the scoreline correct, but I did predict each winner to be right. So I can easily go 0-2 here, as all of these sides obviously have a lot of legacy in international football. 3 of them have already been Euro champions. 1 came close. Truly, anything is possible here, guys. So let me know your thoughts as always in the comments below. Leave an early like. Let's try to hit 3,500 likes. Let me know you guys are enjoying this series if you do want to see me do a final prediction as well once the time comes. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with Spain versus France, 2 incredible sides on paper. Spain have had a phenomenal road so far to this stage of the tournament, topping one of the groups of death, scoring 4 past Georgia in the round of 16, and then going toe-to-toe with another favorite in this competition who are also the hosts, Germany. That quarterfinal matchup was very tough to predict. Both sides were looking very strong going into that match, and many argue that it could have potentially been the final. Regardless of the outcome, it would be devastating to see either of these sides go out this soon based on how they've been playing, and Spain just came out on top with the match winner in extra time. Pedri unfortunately picked up an injury and will be missing the rest of the Euro tournament, but to replace him quickly came on Dani Olmo, my favorite Spanish player. He scored in the 51st minute, and then in extra time he was the one to give the assist to Merino in the 119th minute. Man of the match performance. Shout out to Germany for putting off a fantastic fight against Spain, but I knew they were cursed once Anders changed his hair. Both him and Sabitzer should have learned from Perisic in Euro 2016 to not change up your hair mid-tournament while your country's doing well in the Euros. It was an extremely eventful extra time with some controversial calls, but now Carvajal received a red after getting a double yellow in this match, meaning he's missing the next match against France. It's definitely a loss because he's been very solid this tournament so far. It's going to be interesting to see how Luis de la Fuente improvises without him. Navas is a legend, but will the 38-year-old struggle against the likes of Mbappe and Dembele? But at the same time, while France looks to have an incredible team on paper, the attack has been underperforming the entire tournament. I've said it in every single prediction video so far, and nothing's changed. France have yet to score a goal from open play in this tournament. 1 Mbappe penalty and 2 own goals. Against Portugal, they scored nothing. It went 0-0 to penalties. Diogo Costa couldn't be the hero this time like he was against Slovenia. France buried all of theirs, and Joao Felix missed his. That matchup really could have gone either way. Both Portugal and France squandered some deadly opportunities in the attack, but finishing remains to be a problem. I've been expecting a lot more from the likes of Griezmann in this tournament, but he's been underwhelming as well. And Mbappe, one of the best players in the world, still only scoring 1 penalty this tournament so far. To be fair, he did get his face smashed in, so we gotta cut him some slack. But I am very surprised that France are struggling in this regard. I thought they would be a much more explosive team like how Spain are at the moment, scoring loads more goals with the incredible depth they have. Obviously, the whole team is still pulling their weight as they have reached the semi-finals regardless, in some interesting fashion, but still. Semi-finalist team, any team that reaches the semi-final should not be underestimated. But there's also no denying that Spain have been playing more convincing football. I already talked about Olmo and I mentioned in the other videos, Yamal and Williams have been a deadly duo on the wings. Morata's had his decent moments so far. Fabian Ruiz has been one of the best players in this tournament so far. Meanwhile for France, although their attack has been underwhelming, they are still coming compact to hold off many sides, and they haven't had an easy road. That's definitely something we have to consider. No side has been easy for them. The only side you can maybe argue that on paper France should have done a lot better than is Poland, where they did draw 1-1, and that's where we saw that Mbappe penalty. But other than that, they were also in a group of death along with Spain, where they faced Netherlands and an upcoming Austria who have been very impressive in this tournament. Then they had to face 2 top 10 national teams in the FIFA rankings in the knockout so far, Belgium and Portugal. And now it's not going to be any easier, obviously, coming up against Spain, who have been one of the more convincing sides. It really still could go either way. I'm pretty sure most people will be banking on Spain because, like I said a bunch of times, they are more convincing at the moment, but definitely, we still cannot rule out France just yet. It's been incredible to see Kanté back, and he's actually remained undefeated in major international tournaments for his country in quite some time. The defense is just pulling through, and the goalkeeper Maignan has had some incredible moments. It would be crazy to see France advance to the final in the same fashion they did against Portugal, where it's 0-0 or they score an own goal, still not scoring a single goal from open play. But I'm not going for that, although I did say initially before the tournament started that France were my favorites to win. I'm definitely changing my mind now based on how each of the teams have been playing. I thought that whoever wins between Spain and Germany will probably be the favorites to win the whole thing. So I am saying Spain advance to the final. And I'm saying they're able to grab a 1-0 victory against France. We'll see if changing my mind from my initial predictions ends up failing me, but regardless, best of luck to both teams. And the final match, we're looking at Netherlands versus England. Many people have been criticizing how boring England have been throughout the tournament, but hey, they're through to the semifinals. Many people doubted them against Switzerland as well. They pushed through on penalties. Bukayo Saka's strike was phenomenal without a doubt. And yeah, at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, they deserve to be here in the semifinals. Netherlands as well have really picked up the pace, falling short to third place in their difficult group, but they came back strong against Romania, beating them 3-0. But their match against Turkey really could have gone either way. Don't get me wrong, it's not that Netherlands did not deserve to be at this stage, but truly it was one of those matches that were heavily relied on the crucial moments. Turkey came very close to scoring 2 themselves. And credit to where it's due, Netherlands transformed in the second half of the match, and Koeman made vital substitutions that paid off. Although a lot of people are praising this national team and there are some great individual performances, Reinders has been very exciting to watch. Cody Gakpo has been very clutch for the national team. I still do think there's some flaws with this squad, along with England as well. Both of these sides are definitely not at their peak performance. Netherlands have great individuality in the backline, but sometimes they don't seem as composed as they should be, not as structurally balanced, while England are causing every match to go down a tempo. They'll really need to be alert this match though and keep it high pace, because that's what Netherlands will be doing. These sides haven't faced one another since 2019 in the Nations League, where Netherlands did win 3-1. Prior to that, apart from numerous friendlies, the last time they faced each other was in the 1996 Euro Championship, where England defeated them 4-1. Although Southgate's tactics have been very dull, who knows? He could go all out in this match and really utilize the incredible talent he has. And the incredible English attackers can definitely expose Koeman's flawed defensive line. Sure, Netherlands have been scoring loads of goals though. They've been scoring 2 or more goals in every single match in the Euros, apart from their draw against France, which finished 0-0. Also, England against all the top 10 national teams according to the FIFA rankings, apart from Italy, Southgate has not been able to defeat recently. And his road to the semifinals, you can say, has been favorable for the Three Lions. Netherlands' road on paper was also not the hardest either once they reached the knockouts, but their group was difficult where they did struggle in, so this is a very tough match to call. So in this one, I'm truly torn. It looks like a match that could potentially go to extra time as well. I think it will finish 1-1 at full time. I could see Netherlands scoring in extra time, but if they don't, I think it will go to penalties, which I do think will happen. 1-1 scoreline, England win on penalties. They advance to the final once again, back to back. Although Southgate's been getting a load of criticism, he still has what it takes to prove the doubters wrong. If he makes it to the final, will those tactics work against Spain? I'm not too sure. Whatever happens, I'm just hoping it's a bit more exciting compared to England's previous matches. But best of luck to both teams. So yeah, guys, as always, don't forget to drop your predictions in the comments below. Thank you all for making it to the end. And yeah, hit the like button if you do want to see me predict the final match as well in a long form video. Anyway, I will see you all very, very soon. Take care. Lá com noite.